lying awake, staring at the ceiling, wishing your brain would shut up? Well, I've been there. And these 6 tips from my sleep therapist help me fall asleep and stay asleep. Let's start with the biggest change I had to make, and one I didn't want to hear about at first, and one I don't think you want to hear about either. And that's stop all tech stuff. And that includes the TV, your iPhone, your iPad. And that's because the items that trick your brain into thinking it's still daylight. And it takes you a couple hours of not being exposed to that light for your brain to adjust back to realizing it's dark. It was easier to do than I thought it would be. I had an appointment with my sleep therapy that day, and he told me this. This is what I needed to do first thing. And so I thought, well, I'm going to this sleep therapist to solve my problems, my insomnia problems. And I had 3 actually. I couldn't fall asleep, or I would wake up in the middle of the night and couldn't go back to sleep. Or worse yet, I would be, I could get 2 hours sleep and then fight staying awake all day, and 11 o'clock at night get a big burst of energy. And I would have that energy until 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I would get sleepy again. So I had my days switched around, and I didn't realize that is considered a form of insomnia also. That's what I did the first night, and I can't tell you what a difference it made right away. The very first night made a big difference. And it's something I've tried to stick to since then, seeing the difference it made. The only thing is I didn't get the falling, I didn't switch, took 2 weeks for me to switch my days around, where I would have the nighttime and the daytime switched in my metabolism. So the second item then would be rest 1 hour before you go to sleep, and get yourself a cup of decaffeinated coffee or decaffeinated tea, and sit down and get a paperback book, because I don't have the light, and important for you to rest your mind and calm down and tell yourself before bed that it's getting time, you're getting time now to go to sleep. I am in my nightgown and my bed's turned down and everything is ready for me to crawl in bed, and I fall asleep almost instantly, within 10 minutes at the most now. In the beginning it took me 20 minutes, and sometimes it would take me longer for that. And you have to remember, I'm going to tell you what my sleep therapist told me, and he told me that bed is for 2 things: sleep and sex. And that's the only thing that you use your bed for. That's what you need to remember. You need to train yourself that going to bed means going to sleep. It's not for reading, it's not for eating, it's nothing. It's for going to sleep, and that's what you have to get used to for going to that. Now, what if you go to bed and you can't go to sleep? Well, that's another form of insomnia. It's the one that most people think to call insomnia, that I can't go to sleep. So what you do is you lay there for a while. I give it a good hour, because I know I can sometimes go to a half hour, but at least 45 minutes, let's say 45 minutes. And if you haven't fallen asleep in 45 minutes, you know you're not going to go to sleep then. So get up, make yourself a little light snack if you feel like it, and go sit down and pick up that paperback book again and read it. Now, the reason why I stress the paperback book is, one, because I'm a reader. That's why I had so much trouble in the beginning. I like to read on my iPad, and I do it 2 hours before I go to bed. that's the time that I'm supposed to give it up, and that's the time I was reading it, and that's why I didn't want to hear that. Going back to number one, And, but anyhow, to get back, if you can't fall asleep, oh, maybe you are not a reader. Well, what can you do to relax yourself if you're not a reader, though? Reading a book is very important because it takes you out of yourself. It takes you out of your body, and it takes your mind, whatever you're fretting over in bed, your mind is going a mile a minute. That's why you can't fall asleep. And whatever you're fussing about and thinking about, it takes your mind out of that. And it takes you and it relaxes you and puts you more where you can go to sleep. Now, I can't think of anything else to do. So you'll have to think of something for you if you're not a reader. Maybe you should start trying to read a little bit, because it really is a good thing to do, to try to relax and go back to sleep on. Now, another form of insomnia is you wake up in the middle of the night, you have to go to the bathroom, and you go back to bed, and now you can't go back to sleep. And your mind is racing a mile a minute over something. And it's usually a particular problem or something that maybe it's doing a video you've got a plan for YouTube, or something creative can get your mind going like that. But you can't take care of it at night. And even if you could, you couldn't do it very well, because you're really supposed to be sleeping, and you're just not going to do it very well at night, and you're not at your best. So get up, do the same thing you do when you can't fall asleep. Wait 45 minutes, and if you can, and tell yourself first, before you get up, wait the 45 minutes, and tell yourself that whatever your problem you're having, whenever it comes in your mind, that you can take care of it tomorrow. You can't do anything about it tonight. You can take care of it tomorrow. And that can really work after a while. It can get you just get your mind out of it, and you get relaxed. But if not, get up after 45 minutes, get yourself a light snack if you feel like it, and your book, and sit down in the bedroom somewhere, and sit there and read for a little while until you're sleepy, and then go back to bed and go back to sleep. Most of the time you can go back to sleep when you do this. I don't know, I'm trying to think if I've ever had an episode where you still couldn't go back to sleep. And this was something that I think more relates to older people. I never had this problem when I was younger. It was when I was older, and I had been around older women that had complained about it when I was younger, so I think it's something that your sleep patterns change as you get older. So this is important to try and break those sleep patterns. And you still might have to get up to go to the bathroom. I do now, not as often as I did. I can go back to sleep now with no problem, because I've sort of done this enough that I've gotten out of the habit of it. And I'm sleepy. And I don't remember the last time that I haven't been able to go back to sleep. And the sixth thing, and the last one, is get up at the same time, no matter what time you went to bed. Even if you only had 1 hour or 2 hours sleep, you still get up at the same time in the morning. Now, I've cheated a little bit. I've put it up another hour, just 1 more hour. But I never go past that 1 hour, because I know me. I'll sleep till I get my full 8-9 hours of sleep, and I'll wake up at 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and the day's gone, and then I'm switched around again. So I don't do that anymore. I get up at 8 or 9 in the morning, and I get up at the same time every day. I go to bed at 12. I try to go to bed. I try to have my hour of, that's my ultimate goal, and I get up at 8. But once in a while, I'll be a little late, and I'll switch it to 9. That's a little late for a lot of people, but I'm retired and I can make my own hours, and it still gives me a full day of getting my stuff done. And as a psychiatrist said to me, what can I do during the day where I could get my reading time in during the day that I don't have to do it at night, So in the evening at those 2 hours that I need to relax. So now I take an hour getting my bedroom ready and for me, and brushing my dog's teeth and doing that, and then I get up at the same time. These steps made a big difference for me, and I hope they help you too. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and tell me in comments about your sleep problems, if you have any, and what you're doing to solve them. And this is going to be it for this video, and good night.